Welcome back to the Aligned Partner. And in today's episode, we're going to be talking about describing versus blaming. And why this is important is because there is a dynamic here at play in relationships where when our needs aren't being met, it's very easy to not actually have compassion for our partners anymore, and we tend to feel a little victimized, and so we tend to blame. And it's about getting them to change so that we can be okay. And if we haven't got a good sense of self, we will probably manipulate, gaslight, use passive-aggressive kind of tendencies to try and get them to shift and change to make us okay, because our communication basically sucks. And so the alternative to blaming is the word describe. And so when we can describe our experience to the other person, it's a moment of vulnerability because we're owning our experience. We have the awareness of our experience. And so we can communicate our experience. In other words, our response to their behavior, right? So for example, if your partner takes a very long time to respond to you, maybe they've gone out and they haven't contacted you later on that evening, and you sitting there and you're worrying a little bit because you are concerned about them. And so they only message you the next day. You might jump to a reaction and blame them and like, why are you so selfish? I was sitting there worrying about you. How dare you? You think only for yourself. You're so selfish. That type of approach, right, will only make the person close up and shut down even more. But if you describe the experience, for example, last night when I didn't hear from you, I found myself worrying quite a lot, and I didn't feel quite safe, and I was uncertain whether you were okay or not, and it just left me in a horrible feeling space. What would really help me next time is if you just pop me a message and let me know that you're okay. It would mean the world. And I'm the kind of person who just enjoys hearing those things. And so please, if we can, let's try that one next time. And I respect, and I'm so glad you got home safe and that you had a good night. I just felt disconnected from you. And I would love it if we could just have that message come through. Do you hear how I'm describing it and therefore expressing my needs? I'm describing my experience of I felt disconnected, I felt worried, I felt uncertain. And so we're not blaming or pointing a finger. We're just saying, when this is what you did, this was my experience. And so the person then has the opportunity to correct that behavior or not, or apologize, or whatever it may be. But again, you've shared from the heart, and that's what's important. And so practice every day to work on yourself to the point where you're feeling more and more secure, where you don't have to react, you don't have to blame. You can take responsibility for that person's behavior in respect to how you respond. And that's the key. And the more you can continue just to describe the experience, it means that you're being powerful, right? You're being secure. You're just owning the experience and describing it to the person. And then it's up to them what they choose to do with that or not. And you generally know it's the right person when they don't shut down, when they can reciprocate and they can engage with you and say, I hear you. Gosh, man, I just got home last night and I was so tired. I just went straight to bed. I'm so sorry. It was selfish. I should have let you know. Thanks for letting me know that's how you feel. That's a good, secure response, right? And that builds deeper connection. And so you can only but ever be yourself in a relationship and being authentic to yourself. That is the best place to come from always. And I'm here to remind you about that. And so practice slowing down the blame and start to describe more. Practice describing what is going on for you moment to moment. Often in coaching, what I would do is ask my clients just to send a descriptive message to me of what they are going through, and based in feelings and vulnerability, so they can practice just moment to moment, wherever they are, no matter how arbitrary the experience. they get to communicate that, and then they can then take that into the relationships as a powerful tool to stay real and authentic and raw in the relationship. And it invites the partner, hopefully, to do the same as well. Thanks for being here on this video and for your subscription and liking and sharing the video. We'll catch you in the next one. Ciao.